जो मिश्रमाधवनहं सपरिवार जगह आचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गुरु स्वामी महाराज की
जय।
जो मिश्रमाधवनहं सपरिवार जगह आचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गुरु स्वामी महाराज की अनंत वैष्णववृंद की नामाचार्य दास ठाकुर की
जय।
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत दादरा शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की
जय।
गो प्रेमानंदे
हरि बोल।
all glories assembled devotees,
हरे
all glories
कृष्णा
assembled
हरे
devotees,
कृष्णा
all glories
हरे
assembled
कृष्णा।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Naranam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam
नरोत्तमं
Devim
देवी
Saraswatim
सरस्वतीं
Vyasam
व्यासं ततो
Tato
जयमुदीरयेत्।
Jayamudire
नष्टप्रायेषु
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama
लोके
Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishti Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki
नन्दनाय च
Nandanaya Cha
नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय
Govindaraya
नमः।
Govindaya Namo Namah Namah Pangajanabhaya Namah Pangajamalini Namah Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajangre Mukam Karoti Vajalam Pangam Dangayade Girim Yatkravatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dineshwaram Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Paramananda Madhavam. Hare Krishna, Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 17, the divisions of faith, and today's verses 23 to 28, last 6 verses. So, verse 23, Om Tat Sadhi Nirdesho Brahmana Trividhasmada Vidaha Pura. Om Tat Sadhi
പതിനേഴാം
Nirdesho
അധ്യായത്തില് 22
23.
ആ 23
Om Tat Sadhi Nirdesho Brahmanastra Smrida Brahmanastena Vedascha Yajnascha Vihida Pura. Om Tat Sadhi Nirdesho Brahmanastra Smrida Brahmanastena Vedascha Yajnascha Vihida Pura. Smadaji.
വാ. ഓം നമോ ഭഗവതേ വാസുദേവായ. ഓം തത്സദിതി നിർദ്ദേശോ ബ്രാഹ്മണസ്ത്രിവിധ സ്മൃത ബ്രാഹ്മണാസ്തേന വേദാശ്ച യജ്ഞാശ്ച വിഹിതാ പുരാ. പദാനുപദാർത്ഥം. ബ്രഹ്മത്തിന്
Om, indication of the Supreme. Tat, that. Sat, eternal. Idi, that. Nirdeshaha, indication. Brahmana, of the Supreme. Trividha, 3 kinds. Smrida, consider. Brahmana, the Brahmanas. Tena, therefore. Vedaha, the Vedic literature. Sha, also. Yajnaha, sacrifice. Cha, also. Vidaha, sacrifice. Pura, formerly. From the beginning of creation, the 3 syllables Om Tat Sat have been used to indicate the supreme absolute truth, Brahman. They were uttered by Brahmanas while chanting the Vedic hymns and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Supreme. Hare Krishna. Verse 24. Tasmadom vidyahrutya yajnadana tavashkriyaha प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्ताः सततं ब्रह्मवादिनाम् तस्माम् ओदि उदाहृत्य यज्ञदानतपक्रियाः प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्ताः सततं ब्रह्मवादिनाम् तस्मा ओमिति उदाहृत्य यज्ञदानतपक्रियाः प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्ताः सततं ब्रह्मवादिनाम्
ഓം നമോ ഭഗവതേ വാസുദേവായ. തസ്മാദോ മിശ്രുദാഹിത്യ യജ്ഞാദാന യജ്ഞാ യജ്ഞദാനതപക്രിയാ പ്രവർത്തന്തേ വിധാനോക്ത സതതം ബ്രഹ്മവാദിനാം. ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ. പ്രഭുജി.
हरे Tasmat, therefore, Om, beginning with Om, Yajna, sacrifice, Dana, charity, Taba, penance, Kriyaha, performances. Pravartande begins Vidhana Ukta, according to scriptural regulation. Satatam, always, Brahmavadinam, of the transcendentalist. Thus, the transcendentalists undertake sacrifices, charities, and penances, being always with Om to attain the Supreme. Verse 25. Tadidi anabhisandhaya balam yajnatva-kriyaः dana-kriyascha vividaः kriyante mokshakamshibihi. Yajnatva-kriyaः dana-kriyascha vividaः kriyante mokshakamshibihi. Tadidi anabhisandhaya balam yajnatva-kriyaः दानक्रियाश्च विविधाः क्रियन्ते मोक्षकांक्षिभिः.
ഓം നമോ ഭഗവതേ വാസുദേവായ. ആദിത്യന അഭിസന്ധായ ഫലം യജ്ഞതപക്രിയാ ദാനക്രിയാശ്ച വിവിധ ക്രിയന്തേ മോക്ഷകാംക്ഷിഭിः. ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ.
That they anavisandhaya, without fruitive result, valam, result of sacrifice, yajna, sacrifice, taba, penance, kriyaha, activities, dana, charity, kriyaha, activities, cha, also, vividai, varieties, kriyande, done, mokshakangshibi, those who actually desire liberation. One should perform sacrifice, penance, and charity with the word tat. The purpose of such transcendental activities is to get free from material entanglement. Hare Krishna. 26 and 27. Sadbhave sadhubhave cha sadidetya prayuchyate prashaste karmani tatha sachabda partha ujyujyade yajne tabasi dane cha stiri sadidi chocyade karma chaiva tadarthiyam sadityeva vidiyade sadbhave sadhubhave cha sadidi edat prayuchyade prashaste karmani tada sachabda prartha uchyade yajne tavase idane cha stirihi sadidi uchyade karma chaiva tadarthiyam sadidi eva vidiyade sadbhave sadhubhave cha sadidi edat prayuchyade prashaste karmani tadha sachabda yujyade yajne tapasi dane cha iri sadidi chotyade karma chaiva tadarthiyam sadidi eva vidiyade. Yes, Maharaji.
ഓം നമോ ഭഗവതേ വാസുദേവായ. സദ്ഭാവേ സാധുഭാവേ ച സദിതി ഏതത് പ്രയുജ്യത്തെ പ്രശസ്തേ കർമ്മണി തഥാ സച്ഛബ്ദ വാക്തയുജ്യത്തെ യജ്ഞേ തപസി ദാനേ ച സദിതി ഉച്യത്തെ കർമ്മ ചൈവ തദർത്ഥീയം സദിത്യേവാഭിധീയത്തെ. ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ. പ്രഭുജി.
Hare Krishna. Sadbhave in the sense of the nature of the Supreme, Sadhubhave in the sense of the nature of devotion, Sha also, Sat the Supreme, Iri thus, either this Prayujyade is used Prashaste bona fide karmani activities tatha also such shabda sound partha or son of Prudha yujyade is used yajne sacrifice tabasi in the penance dane charity cha also sthiti situated sat supreme iri das cha and uchyade pronounced karma work cha also eva certainly that arthiyam are meant sat the supreme iri das eva certainly abhidhiyade is practiced. The absolute truth is the objective of devotional sacrifice, and it is indicated by the word sat, indicated by the word sat. These works of sacrifice, of penance and charity are true to the absolute nature, are performed to the pleasure of Supreme Person or Son of Pradha. Hare Krishna. Last verse 28. Ashadaya hudam dattam tabam taptam gridam chayat asadichade partha nachadat pretya no iha. Ashadaya hudam dattam tabastaptam kridam chaya asadidi uchade partha nachadat pretya no iha. Ashadaya hudam dattam tabastaptam kridam chaya asadidi uchade partha nacha tat pretya no iha. Yes,
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय अश्रद्धया हुदं दत्तं तपस्तप्तं कृतं च यत् असदि उच्यते पार्थ न च तत् प्रेत्यनो इह. हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Oh, sorry. Ashadhaya, without faith. Hudam, performed. Taptam, executed. Kridam, performed. Cha, also. Yet that which asad falls. Iri, thus. Uchyade is said to be Partha or son of Pritha. Na, never. Cha, also. Tad, that. Pretya, after death. No, no. Iha, in this life. But sacrifices, austerities, and charities performed without faith in the Supreme are non-permanent or sunapradha, regardless of whatever rites are performed. They are called asat and are useless both in this life and in the next. Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimidandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chachurmedam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stavidam Yena Bhutare Swayam Rupagada Yam Dadadi Swapadam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Gavadagamanam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Sa Shri Rupam Sagadadam Saganaragadam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Sadhudam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Bhadan Saganarada Shivishagam Nidamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptaganjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhani Sudhe Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadruvescha Kripa Sindhuveva cha Padidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Namaste Saraswate Gauravani Prajarine Shatya Deshadarine Ananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Om Tat Sadri Nirdesho Brahmanastrividasnudam Brahmanastena Vedascha Yajnascha Vihida Puram. From the beginning of creation, the three syllables Om Tat Sat have been used to indicate the supreme absolute truth. They were uttered by Brahmanas while chanting Vedic hymns and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Supreme. Hare Krishna. So, the last 22 verses, Krishna had in detail various activities, starting with faith, worship, eating habits, yajna, sacrifice, austerities, and charity, how they are performed by people in the three different modes of Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. Explaining how did explain it, it has been concluded that only those in the Sattva-guna are having the proper faith. Only their faith is genuine because it is based on Shastras. It is from Shastra that they derive the faith and not from their own impressions. So the faith in Sattva-guna have been accepted, while those for faith in Rajoguna, it only increases innumerable material desires. It is performed with the purpose of achieving innumerable material desires of respect, honor, or adoration. While in case of Tamoguna, it is performed in full bewilderment without having any knowledge at all, which will lead to both honest. So, faith in Tamoguna and Rajoguna have been rejected, and faith in Sattva-guna have been accepted. Now, even in Sattva-guna also is in the category of material mode. So from the Sattva-guna, one has to be further elevated. Have to elevate, further elevated to transcendence. Now, Sattva-guna is very good guna, but it is in the material realm. Now, from the material realm, one has to be raised or elevated to transcendence. And for that, all those activities, yajna, taba, and dana, should be executed with the three syllables Om Tat Sat, which are indicating the Supreme Personality, Brahman, or Krishna. So these three syllables or names are Om Tat Sat. So right from the very old times, starting from Brahma, the first created living entity, right from Brahma, these words have been used, these names have been used to indicate the supreme truth. And all the activities, yajnas and all that, should be enjoined with these three words or three names. So which are these three words? Om Tat Sat. Om is the first name of the Supreme. Om iti edat brahmano nedishtam nama. Om iti edat brahmano nedishtam nama. Om is a name for Brahma. Brahman, sorry. Om is the first name. Tat is the second name. As seen in the Shruti statement from Tat Tvamasi, you are that Brahman. So the Supreme Personality, the Supreme Truth is Krishna or Vishnu. So Tat indicates that you are that Brahman with all those saintly persons have been searching for you for so many number of years. They've been enduring to attain you by undergoing so many activities like sacrifice, taba, and dana. Everything have been done only for the purpose of attaining you only. So the wise, the saintly persons, they say that Om Tat Sat, Tattvam Asi, you are that supreme truth. So that is Tat, therefore, is a second name for Brahman. Sat is a third name mentioned in Shruti statement Sadeva Saumya. That is in Chandogya Varshit. Sadeva Saumya. And who is the supreme person? He is eternal. Sadeva. Sadeva. They are eternal only. So these are the three names Om Tat Sat that should be chanted with all activities. How it should be done? That is given from 24th verse onwards. 24th verse is pertaining to Om. Tasmat Om iti udahritya yajnadana tava kriyaha pravartante vidhanokta sadadam brahmavadinam. Thus, the transcendentalist undertakes sacrifices, charities, and penances, beginning always with Om to attain the Supreme. So, Om is prefixed in all the Vedic mantras. All the Vedic mantras should start with Om only. Because Om is so powerful. When you chant the Vedic mantras, there may be some mistakes, errors, shortfalls. How it that will be there. But this Om is so powerful, it's considered Maha Mantra. It compensates for any fault in the performance of various parts of sacrifice. Various parts. There are many divisions of the sacrifice. A sacrifice is conducted in many different ways, in different parts, starting with the construction of the Yajna Vedi or Yajna Shala, then Homa Kunda, then paraphernalias which are needed for conducting yajnas, and then a Yajna Purusha who is conducting this. So there are many there is so many parts or divisions in a yajna, and if there is any error, any mistake, any fault in the conduct of yajna, simply because you have chanted word Om, it will automatically be rectified. So by uttering Om, the results are guaranteed. So therefore, Tasma Om iti udahartya yajnadapakriya, who is doing it? Pravartante vidhanokta sadadam brahmavadinam. The performers, or you can say the Brahmavadina, you can say the people belonging to the three higher castes. One who knows Vedas, called Brahmavadina, and one who performs sacrifices, yajna sacrifices, using the yajna mantras, Veda mantras. So the knowers of Veda are the three higher castes, the higher varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya. Shudras are not allowed. They are not allowed to perform sacrifices, yajna sacrifices, using the yajna mantras. So the knowers of Veda are the three higher castes, the higher varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya. Shudras are not allowed. They are not allowed to perform sacrifices, yajna sacrifices, using the Shudras are not allowed to chant Vedic mantras because they don't have the possess enough cleanliness to do that. We have seen this Shujit Chaucham, both external and internal. Shudras, since they are very much into Tamogun, they don't have that much cleanness. And the Shudras, you should remember that is not a caste or by birth, it is by Guna only. So those who have the qualities of a Shudra are accepted as Shudras, and such Shudras are banned from reciting the Vedic mantras. Other three castes, other three Varnas, Brahmanas, Kshatriya, and Vaishya, they are doing this, chanting this mantra, Vedic mantra, and whenever they are chanting the Vedic mantra, they start with the syllable Om to rectify any faults. So that is the purpose for which Om is taught. And then Krishna explains the significance of the word Tat. Tadidi anabhisandhaya valam yajnatavakriyaha danakriyaste vividaha kriyande mokshakangshivi. Tadidi anabhisandhaya, uttering Tat, persons aspiring for liberation, perform sacrifice, austerity, and charity without seeking results. Now, who is uttering the words, these three words, Om Tat Sat and Tat? Those persons who are sacred or mumukshubi. Mumukshubi means one who desiring moksha, one who desires liberation from the entanglement of matter, one who wants to do away with the material way of life or the material conception of life. Such persons are called mumukshubi. They don't have any material desires. Anusandhaya bhalam. Anabhisandhaya bhalam. They don't have any interest in achieving material results or material benefits. Such persons are chanting the word Tat. So we should understand that to be elevated to the spiritual platforms, you should do away with all the material desires. Because spiritual path are meant for serious practitioners who are interested in going back to Godhead. For them, although they understand what is a material life, Sadhisha Pashadomuni, still they have absolutely no interest in this. And so they keep away from this. And they engage themselves wholeheartedly in the spiritual activities. So those people who are interested in this way of life for the final emancipation, they utter the word Tat, the second mantra, the second name of the Supreme Person, which is indicated in the verse Tattvamasi. Now Krishna is explaining the word Sat in next two syllables, so two words. Sadbhave, sadhu bhave, cha sadidi prayuchade, sadidi edat prayuchade, prashaste karmani tada sat shabda partha yujjade. Yajne tavase idane cha sthiri sadidi chochade, karma chaiva tadartiyam sadidite abhividiyade. The absolute truth is the objective of devotional sacrifice, and it is indicated by the word Sat. These words of sacrifice, of penance and charity, true to the absolute nature, are performed to please the Supreme Person or Son of Buddha. So, Sadbhava means the nature of the devotee. So, Sat is the eternal existence or goodness. And Sadhubhave are the devotees who are interested in performing the devotional activities, whose objective is the Supreme Person or the Absolute Truth. Absolute Truth is the objective of those persons practicing devotional service. It is given in words Sadeva Soumya as well as Sadam Prasangam, Sadam Prasanga in Bhagavad Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 25th chapter, 25th verse. Sadam Prasangam Mama Hitkarna Anandam. It is giving so much joy to heart and the ears. Bhagavatam also the 10th canto describes what is Satyam, absolute truth. What is absolute truth? Is described in Bhagavatam 10th canto, chapter 2, verse 26. Satyavratam, Satyavaram, Trisatyam, Satyasya Yoni, Nihidam cha Satye, Satyasya Satyam, Rida Satyanetram, Satyamakam Tvam Shajanam Prabanna. O Lord, your woe is true, for not only you are the supreme truth, but you are also the truth in three phases of cosmic manifestation, creation, maintenance, and dissolution. Because Krishna is all encompassing everywhere at all times, during creation, during maintenance, and during destruction, dissolution also. So you are the origin of all that is true, and you're also the end. And Krishna is the essence of all truth. And Krishna also see what is truth is seen. Therefore, we surrender to Krishna. So, all the, can say, all the prashasta karma, all the auspicious activities, apart from the activities of Shodasha Samskara, starting with the marriage up to Antyeshti, all this always uttered or always uttered with the word Sat. Yajna tapasya is sthiti, because what is the ultimate thing or the permanent thing in these activities? It is not simply material. The ultimate objective or ultimate the eternal factor in this yajna tavan dana is Sat only. So Krishna exhorts Arjuna that karma cheyum tadartiyam. For that purpose only you should do all these activities. Bhagavad Gita says, yajnartam karmana anyatra logoyam karma bandhana. So only those activities to please the Yajna Purusha, Vishnu or Krishna are the bona fide activities. Others are all binding. Sadityeva abhidiyade. So these are Sat. And this can be realized only through association of devotees. Sadam prasangam. So the person who is in Krishna consciousness is called Sat. Because one who is fully conscious in activities Krishna consciousness is acting from the performance on the platform of his Swarupa only. So Srimad Bhagavatam says that transcendental subject matter becomes clear in association with devotees only. Without good association, one cannot achieve transcendental knowledge. That is perfectly understood and perfectly stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. Throughout Srimad Bhagavatam, you can find that. So while initiating a person, Diksha, some Diksha Vidhana, or during marriage functions and all that, this word Sat is uttered. So now Krishna, having explained the three words Om Tat Sat, which are the names of the Supreme Person, it is uttered for the purpose of entering into the transcendental realm from the material platform to transcendental platform, or from material consciousness to Krishna consciousness. So ultimate objective of all the sacrifices, of all the austerities, and all the charity, and all other activities is to attain the Krishna consciousness. All the activities, all of the faith, or activity, I mean, based on faith, maybe on rituals also, are useless, which Krishna states in the last verse of this chapter. Ashadya hudam dattam tapastavam kridam chayat asadichade partha nachatat pretya naiha. But sacrifices, austerity, and charities performed without faith in the Supreme. Now, without faith in Shastras or without faith in Supreme are non-permanent. Asat. Asat means non-permanent. So you may be having some faith, but if you are not having enough faith in Shastras or the Supreme, that faith is not considered as faith. That activities performed with that kind of faith in Tamogun and Satogun are not are considered as yajna, sacrifice, taba, austerities, or dana, charity. Is not considered so, although it may be accompanied by some kind of rituals. True. But Krishna says that is not acceptable. It is unproductive both in this world as well as in the next world. So the essence of this chapter is that although we may be having some faith according to our chitta, sattvani rupi sarvasya, shraddha bodhi bharata, because of our what you call unlimited or immemorial association with the modes of nature, we have acquired these vasanas, and we have acquired some faith based on these vasanas. We have to reject these vasanas. We have to discard this. You have to finish it off with these vasanas and develop faith based only on Shastra with the intention of attaining the Supreme and engage in his devotional activities. This is the essence of this chapter. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpadruvasya kripa sindhuvi evacha padanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Nanda